Nation of Fit and 10, welcome to day 57. 13 days to go, just under 2 weeks, and we are going to be out of the teens starting tomorrow. This challenge is slowly coming to an end, or I should say, I guess, quickly coming to an end. Today I'm going to answer more of your feedback, so let's do it. Oh, by the way, your numbers were sent out today. You probably know that by now. Please pay attention to your interval numbers. For I think most of you, maybe all of you, your calories and macros stay the same. Okay, so this person asks, curious, can you heat protein powder? Yes, you can. You can heat protein powder, no problem. Could you make it with almond milk and some cinnamon and call it hot chocolate? I have tried this a long time ago. I tried it with whey. It wasn't really that great, but I've heard that the beef protein powder, the beef chocolate protein powder, makes a really good hot chocolate. And that just might be because it's a bit saltier. So you could try that. What about beef protein powder? Okay, well, beef protein powder, yes, better for hot chocolate, at least the ATP Lab chocolate beef protein powder. Can you make a soup from it? Okay, so from beef protein, I imagine you could. You know, collagen might be a good way to go for this as well. Of course, you would want an unflavored version of this. Does heat destroy the protein? Okay, so it depends on what you mean by destroy. So I'll give you an example here. Obviously, there's a difference between a raw egg and a cooked egg. Okay, now it doesn't mean that when you cook an egg, it's destroyed. It just means that you've changed its structure. When it comes to something like, let's take a protein in the body, like an enzyme, okay? Enzymes are responsible for basically catalyzing reactions in the body. Like enzyme-based reactions are happening all the time. Just, for example, digestion of carbohydrates in the mouth, that's an enzymatic type reaction. And when enzymes are, for example, exposed to heat, they become denatured. And so what does this mean? It means that, or if they're exposed to acid, or if they're in a very acidic environment, they can be destroyed as well. What does this mean? It means that they lose their folding, they lose their structure, they lose their chemical structure. And why does this matter or make any difference? Well, the function of, let's say, if we use amylase in the mouth, for example, the function of that enzyme, or the function of the enzyme is due to its folded structure. That is, it does what it does based on how it's folded. So if it's exposed to heat or acidic environment, something like that, it will lose its folding and therefore will not act in the way that it's supposed to act. Okay, it wouldn't act it wouldn't have its enzymatic function that it has. So when it comes to dietary protein, though, no, we don't really care. We just want the amino acids at the end of the day. And whether the protein has been exposed to heat or acid, which is going to be the case, it's definitely going to be exposed to acid because it's going in the stomach. It's still going to have its function. So don't worry about that. It's still going to have, function's not the right word. It's still going to have its nutritional value. That's really what you're after and what you want. You offer some amazing products. This is another comment here. You offer some amazing products. Could you make a list of them and provide what each one would be good for? Okay, so I already talked about a bunch of them in previous videos. So I'll go through every day and I'll talk about one. So today I'm going to talk about a product that I called Ciner Mag. And this is basically two types of highly bioavailable magnesium. It's also got B6 and it's got taurine. And so all these sort of work together synergistically to help with magnesium's, the absorption of magnesium. And so you might wonder why magnesium is important. Should you take it? And so let's talk a little bit about that. So magnesium is basically, it's necessary for a whole plethora of biochemical reactions in the body. Magnesium acts as a cofactor for a lot of enzymes. Over 600 enzymes in the human body. And as I mentioned, enzymes are like catalysts, right? They make reactions essentially happen. Reactions are always happening in the body through all kinds of different things that are ongoing in the body, whether it's maintenance or it's immune function or whatever. Magnesium is really, really important for bone health, for nerve conduction, for nerve health, for maintaining our nervous system. It also plays a major role in immunity. Now, you can find magnesium in things like grains, legumes, leafy green vegetables, beans, seeds, nuts. The only problem with these things is they're high in phytates, and the phytates blunt the absorption of magnesium. So unfortunately, with a lot of plant material, it's hard to get the nutritional or all the nutrition out of it. So this would be one good reason to take a magnesium type supplement. Now, if you're exercising intensely or if you're going through extreme bouts of stress, you are going to become more depleted in magnesium. If you have a hard time relaxing, especially at night, typical example would be like restless leg syndrome. Magnesium would be something that you would definitely want to supplement with. Magnesium is also important or necessary for energy production in the body, and also for the support of protein synthesis. So this is one reason why I take it post-training, so after I work out. And of course, it helps me to relax, so I take it before bed. And so if you're looking for a really good magnesium product, this is one here, Sinner Mag. Okay, 6 minutes and about 40 seconds here. So let's get to the message of the day. And where is my message of the day list? And I don't have it open, so bear with me 1 second. My apologies. Okay. Message of the day on this day 57. Your potential, the absolute best you're capable of, that is the metric to measure yourself against. Your potential, the absolute best you're capable of, that is the metric to measure yourself against. Remember, anyone can do well, anybody can win this challenge, if that's important to you. But ultimately, the question is are you working, or are you really trying to do your absolute very best? And of course, this is a silly question because nobody does their absolute very best. Generally speaking, not always. I mean, it's very, very, very rare. I really do believe that most people are probably acting within maybe 5% of in terms of their daily activity, they're probably working within 5% of their capability. Now, I'm not saying this when you're in the gym doing a workout, you're only working at 5%. You're probably not. You're probably working at near full capacity. But when we're talking about your capabilities, your potential as a human being, in all types of endeavors, in terms of what we are really capable of, I think we are capable of way more than what we think we are. And so I'm just gonna leave that there. All right, let's try to set the bar even 1% or 2 higher. And I think we've all probably encountered this, especially when we watch something very motivational, or if you ever watch like a documentary on somebody who did something that was just absolutely mind-blowing or incredible. You feel like, wow, you immediately feel like you could probably do double what you've been doing. So I'll say it one more time. Your potential, the absolute best you're capable of. This is the metric to measure yourself against. Forget about other people. What are you capable of? And I'll tell you right now, you're capable of a lot more, for sure. Positive energy, positive vibes, believe in yourself, for the love of God, give some gratitude, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.